Welcome back to another episode of the Envelop podcast. I'm your host, Eugene Crypto MC. We continue to explore what's going on in Web3 space, in GameFi, and play-to-earn gaming, where NFTs and Web NFT in particular are being used. So we talk with people who create the industry with their own minds. And hence, so welcome to my today's guest. He's Arthur Issabayev. He's the co-founder and CEO of Metaforra. And Metaforra is a great team with solid experience in gaming, blockchain, and banking industries that is launching its own play and earn multiverse with a merge-style strategy game, Futuracta. It is an alpha version for now, being the first mobile game in the ecosystem. So I'd expect a very interesting talk today. So Arthur, thanks for joining us. It's great to have you on our podcast.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me here today. I'll be happy to answer your questions. And yes,
well, first of all, let's start with your story. I always love to explore the story of my speaker. How did you get into the Web3 space? What were your main incentives to do that?
Well, to be honest, I think like the whole team, we were in a way predetermined to become Web3 developers, especially Web3 game developers, because of our passion for gaming. And, since we all have experience in Web2 game development, we have experience in Web3 space. At some point, we just decided, we really should go and try build Web3 game projects.
Well, this is the very typical, nonetheless, the very interesting story why when the gaming developer in Web2 and traditional gaming, where nobody can own anything, goes into Web3, where we may own everything, we may own assets. That's the main idea of Web3. Are you the most excited of this idea? What else excites you most in Web3? Owning or more than owning assets?
Yes. Well, in broader terms, I blockchain in general excites me, and Web3 being the extension of blockchain technology really fascinates me. And of course, well, what really amazes me the most is the ability that it gives, the ability to own in-game assets. That's really amazing, and that's something revolutionary. Plus, it also allows users to actually earn crypto, which then can be converted to real money. That's something we could never dream of back in our childhood. We just used to play for fun, but now you can also play and earn.
Absolutely. So Web3 has drastically changed the gaming experience because we have no ability to earn and own by playing games, and now every playing activity gives us owning and earning money. That's incredible, absolutely incredible. It's mind-blowing for all the gamers who still don't understand what is Web3. That's the place where you can play and earn. But today we're going to explore the difference between play and earn and play to earn. But before, I want to ask you about all the important things we should know about Metaforra. What is this about? How did you come up with this idea? What are its values that it brings to ecosystem? Who are the team of Metaforra, your community, your roadmap? Tell us, not very briefly, but all the major things we should know about Metaforra and its values.
Okay, so when we had this idea of shifting to Web3 game development, we started off with checking the space. So we went ahead and we were downloading games, Web3 games, and we were playing them ourselves. And we were trying to sort of find out what are the weak places in the industry, and if there are any, or maybe everything is just fine and it really doesn't need us. So we played a ton of games, and we saw some issues that that really boggled our mind, and we thought that with our project we could actually go ahead and try to solve those problems. And one of the problems was the fact that the Web3 games are mostly unavailable for Web2 users, because it's really difficult for traditional gamers to find stores or any sources where those games are at. Second problem was onboarding. Sometimes it was really difficult. Trying to connect your external wallet to a game might be really difficult. It rarely works from the first or second time. And the third, and probably the biggest problem that we saw was the quality of games in general. I guess that's where we're coming to this play and earn versus play to earn kind of discussion, because in most play to earn games, developers, they make those games with with this concept in their mind that people will still be playing those games just to earn crypto. So they maybe don't really need to bother with trying to make like really fine games. That's just one thought. Also, so like right now we're kind of shifting to this web play and earn versus play to earn. Should we go there, or do you have any other
Well, I
questions?
prefer to set the two crucial points I'd love to discuss in today's episode. First of all, the difference between philosophy when you're just playing for fun, for emotion, and when you're playing for money. Is that playing for money or earning money by playing? I'd love to understand the main motives. And here comes the next question. Is it hard to onboard players from web to gaming when they where they playing for emotions? Is it hard to sell them the idea for playing for earning? Maybe it sounds silly to sell idea. Hey guy, hey man, play and earn. Very simple, but nevertheless, maybe somebody rejects. First of all, let's start with the difference between the philosophy play and earn and play to earn. How did you find the difference between this philosophy? How difficult it's to explain? Is there any philosophical or metaphysical conflict between these two concepts?
Well, I can judge as a player on the one hand, and I can also judge as an entrepreneur in this space. From the like, if I were to judge it as a player, of course I would love to earn by playing games. And but being an entrepreneur, I understand that there are some serious flaws to that, because, well, basically speaking of play to earn, many, if not all, well, all of those projects, they seem to fail. And the main problem that I see with play to earn is that is the way that these games are built. So basically, how do they work? You have to pay some amount to get in, and in return, you are allowed to play to earn money. And how it works is that whenever you say you're a new user and you're paying to get in, you like, when you pay, you can start earning money. But how do you earn that money? Like, where does that money come from? That money comes from the players who actually were onboarded before you. So in order to keep that wheel spinning, the play to earn projects have to always onboard new clients, which doesn't really work in real life. If I were to draw you a curve that would show how user acquisition goes in real life, then my x-axis would be here, my y, which would represent time, my y-axis would be here, which represent amount of new users. And the curve would kind of like, it would go rapidly in the very beginning, and of course over time it would slow down, and then at some point, no new users, just, or barely any. And that would stop. So this point would probably mean that there are no means to pay out to new clients, and that's where many projects fail, just because there's not enough money that they can really pay out. and that's when the projects fail.
Maybe I could have been wrong now, but all you have said for now sounds like a very renowned scheme or way to earn money, what is called financial pyramid by somebody, where the oldest players or oldest participants are rewarded with the money which come from the new players. Am I mistaken or not? Does it have elements of financial pyramid here, or it's quite more sophisticated here? How would you answer?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think, but you know, I don't want to blame anybody. I believe that there are two categories of projects. So first, so I mean, they are scams, but first are scams by intention. So they build those projects really quickly with just one intention to, you know, pump and dump and to earn. So they build some hype around it. They you know, they also earn on. Um, I mean, again, that's just one way. Another way is people do it not intentionally. Maybe it's just that their understanding of the financial of the financial world is not really corresponding to, you know, to real life. And I know some of those people, and they are really passionate game developers. It's just that they lack some experience in terms of finance.
Well, nonetheless, Metaforra is named Play and Earn Multiverse. How would you explain for newbie? I'm not a gamer. I'm not a player. I haven't any played in a Web3 game, but I would love to understand the clear difference between play to earn and play and earn. What is the main difference between these two concepts?
Sure, it's fairly easy. Well, first of all, play and earn concept eliminates the problem that I just described. So basically, there is, you know, it's I cannot say that there are no scams around play and earn projects. There probably will be, not sure. But the main idea behind the play and earn projects is that, you know, they're still focused on bringing the quality content. They're focused around building quality game with really good gameplay, with, you know, trying to give players the best player experience possible, and also give them opportunity to earn, which is not really the focus. So these projects like ours, Metaforra, you know, we are not saying that play our game and, you know, and you don't have to work to the rest of your life. No, but you can still play. You can still you can play a good game, and you can still earn some amount of crypto, which well, yeah, it's hard to estimate. Of course, it depends on the player's skills and on time invested.
Well, may I paraphrase that? Play and earn concept is more honest, is more honestly sphere, more honestly concept than play to earn. Would it be clear?
Yes, I think it makes total sense, and that's why we were in our week 2 in the project when we realized this, and we started, you know, positioning ourselves as a play and earn project, not play to earn.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, all we have been discussing until now in this episode, if I'm not mistaken at all, it's called GameFi, or gamification of finance, or financialization of gaming, whatever you like. So,
Yeah.
how would you describe the current stage of GameFi for now? Where is it on its evolution stage? What are its current problems? And some problems we have already discussed, but nevertheless, the whole picture of GameFi, where are we in this growing and evolutioning segment of Web3?
Well, I believe we are in a very early stage of GameFi, and that's why maybe we see we see some mistakes that GameFi is doing in general. I mean, GameFi projects, but there is clearly a big and bright future for that, because especially right now when we see like big major game development brands entering the Web3 space. I think that means that there is a clearly big interest, and we will see really exciting projects there. There's no wonder.
Well, let me turn into the segment of non-fungible tokens. I think Metaforra utilizes NFTs. If yes, how exactly does Metaforra utilizes NFTs, or how NFTs are used in Metaforra gaming mechanics? Could you explain?
Sure. Well, currently we are working on NFT. Like we're going to bring the NFT component really soon, before the end of this year. And there will be two types of NFTs. So first will be just skins, just to customize users' experience in terms of design. And the second will be what we call it boosts right now. So those will be NFTs that also grant they basically unlock some features, and they give some certain advantage to the owner. And here we enter another discussion within our team, which is, is it pay to win or is it not? Is it, whether it's good or not? And basically, we are trying to solve this issue right now, and I think we have an answer. So basically, we do want to allow our users be able to buy boosts in the form of NFTs, but at the same time, so that it wasn't a pure pay to win, there is a certain limit that we put on that. And as well as we will give opportunity to those players who are not investing in NFTs. They will have a chance to win NFT with like a lucky draw, or some kind of drop from a chest, or that kind of stuff.
Well, you do remember that since the end of 2020 and 2 years ago, NFTs were often were criticized for not having so much utility, and they have been confused with so-called selling JPEGs. Of course, we do understand that NFT are not JPEGs only; they are not selling JPEGs. Of course, this have been the meme in our past. How do you see the potential of NFT as a unique universal tool for representing anything unique in a digital world, in real world? I personally call NFTs as the building blocks of the metaverse. And from my side, it has an amazing potential for represent anything unique, and all the whole world we do observe in our real life consists of unique things first, and then just come fungible things. First come non-fungible. So what are your opinions and thoughts and vision of the whole potential of NFT in upcoming years as a tool for creating metaverse and Web3?
Well, that's a great question. I myself, I wasn't really fond of NFTs in the very beginning, because of this conception, this common conception that those are just basically selling JPEGs. But when I started digging into it, I started to realize that there is a really big there's a lot that's going on underneath it. So basically, from what I know, is that NFTs they can be a really great tool for tokenizing anything, pretty much, that we have in this real world. But I don't know, like maybe it's because I'm working in the game development industry. To me, I see the best utility for NFTs in games, and that also applies to that even more. So that applies to the new so-called NFT 2.0, which can be upgradable, which can be time limited. They can also like respond to external inputs in real time. So I see so much utility for it in terms of game development that it blows our mind. And sometimes when we have these team meetups during the week, there is a certain amount of time that we spend brainstorming, and also for the NFT utility in game as well. So yes.
Well, absolutely. Thank you for mentioning NFT 2.0, NFT of second generation. This in particular, the concept which Envelop has been working on since the day one. And fortunately, in search of NFT utility, we have already had this concept of NFT with collateral, NFT of a second generation, which includes collateral inside with fungible token. That's a revolutionizing idea. Like we have a wallet where we may put money, fiat money or dollars or euros inside, and this wallet will cost not less than money or inside. It's absolutely understandable concept for every human. And this smart NFT work like this concept. By the way, we may wrap it up with a new set of features, and I'm personally very amazed with this concept. So what are your main thoughts on the utility of that concept? Will it be useful for instance, for Metaforra, specific purposes for your games, for your players? What would be the answer?
Absolutely, yes. Right now, well, one thing certain at this moment in time, we are certain in one thing, that we're going to use that smart NFTs as a SAFT NFTs for selling our token, in terms of fundraising, in terms of the private sale around. So we know that Animoca Brands did that with Envelop, and I think that really says a lot. And we see a lot of potential in that specific utility. Absolutely. But I think, to be honest, there are so many scenarios that this could be applied that, again, that's probably one of the reasons why we are brainstorming that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So here, Metaphora is quite experienced project in a field of smart NFT. So are you just thinking in a side of using soft or safe automated future tokens, or you have already used that? On what stage of using are you for now?
Well, we haven't used it yet, but we have firm plans to do it within a couple months, maybe. We'll see how market goes, really.
Well, may you explain for our listeners, because they do not know what is soft, and soft is when you convert what. Remembering this token distribution model starting with from 2015, ICOs, audios, IOs, and so on and so forth, different way of distribution. And soft is just, from my opinion, just another state of evolution of token distribution model. May you explain for all the projects and all the investors why it is more beneficial to sell the token project in the form of wrapped NFTs, not simple like an ICO? Why is more beneficial for both sides, for project and for investors, from your point of view?
Well, first of all, it's the flexibility, I think. It gives so much freedom, and at the same time, it gives an opportunity. Like, I see it as an effective tool to give this supply of your token to potential buyers. It also gives, in my view, it gives us a certain amount of independence. So we do not have to rely on many different, projects, launch pads, or other entities. We can always just go ahead and add some interface for that. We can choose how much of token at what price, and when it will be unlocked. So there are so many variables that we can really tune the way we want them, and we do not have to depend on anybody, for us to do it. And also, I think it's transparency. It becomes so. I mean, it's on the blockchain. Everything is very transparent in that way. So to me, I guess it would be flexibility, independence, and transparency. So that would be like the 3 points that I could point out, just right now. Maybe if I think about it a bit more, I could give more points.
Well, it's very, very important to say that the project who have sold tokens in the form of wrapped NFTs is protected from token dump when investors try to sell this token on the time where they love the price. And at the same time, investors are not blocked with an ability to sell this token because it's they may sell this wrapped NFT with token inside. So this not leads to dump, but it frees the ability to sell. It solves two problems
Yeah.
and one solution. Amazing. So a lot of things are doable with the form of wrapped NFTs, smart NFTs, and Web3s. And finally, I would love to ask you, how do you see the future of Web3? Because the velocity and speed of developing projects is absolutely incredible. In 3 or 6 months, the whole industry changes radically. So how do you see the development of Web3, let's say, in 3 upcoming years? What will we see inevitable in this space?
Well, that's a very broad question. Well, of course, I see a big rise in terms of again, being a game developer. My point of focus is game development, and I can certainly say that Web3 game development industry will grow substantially. Seeing the big players coming in, and seeing the number of projects taking off, and number of wallets that they generate, and the interest in general, there is clearly a big future there. I'm also sure that the smart NFTs will also bring a new start, and that would, I like the naming. I like why they say it's smart NFTs, because the first generation was really it was about hype. It was about that kind of stuff. The second generation is actually bringing a lot of utility, which I see a lot of good use to. And in general, I think a lot of, well, like right now, what we see with with the market situation and all that, we see uh, a lot of companies shifted to infrastructure and tooling development. So that again would also give us some more advantages in terms of building the next projects. So we see a lot of projects involved in construction of Web3 infrastructure, in the cross chains and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that it was possible to think about the first generation of NFTs like as about dump NFTs. Dump means silly, very, very. And fortunately, thanks for Web3 developers and such guys like Envelop, we have already had the concept of smart NFT, which are not dumb at all. Absolutely clever, absolutely smart, and the term smart NFT. I think we have invented this term when we were thinking, what is the best way of calling this NFT 2.0 generation, dynamic NFT? And somebody said smart NFT, easy, understandable, very clear. Smart NFT, that's all. So Arthur, finally, how big is Metaforra community, and how to join, how to follow on social media, how to join Metaforra community and start to learning this amazing gaming experience and Web3 for all the traditional old-fashioned gamers? What to do?
Yes. So our community is not super big right now. It's growing, and we see a good positive trend there. But what I like about our community is how active it is. So we, you know, we are working on weekly sprints. So we are giving out game updates on a weekly basis, and we see a lot of response from our users on our Telegram chat. We see a lot of incoming messages there as well. So we are trying to be active on Telegram, on Twitter, on Instagram, and Discord, of course. But also in terms of the Web2 audience, our game is available for download on App Store and in Google Play. And our Web3 version will also soon be available as a web version of the game on different Web3 aggregators. We are in negotiations with some of them at the moment.
Amazing. So very easy, very full entry point for Web3 or for Web2 gamers who are maybe in some fear of this sophisticated Web3 stuff, and for Web3 players, of course. Needless to say that you may find all the links in the description of this podcast. Thanks for being with us. Arthur Issabayev, the co-founder and CEO of Metaforra, Play and Earn Multiverse, and me, Eugene Kritam, CEO of Envelop, Envelop, who have been building the wrapping protocol for NFTs. Over to you. Thank you for watching and listening. Please like, share, subscribe, join our YouTube, Telegram, and stay with us and build a create Web3 by joining, by playing. When you play Web3 game, you are the participant, real participant of the Web3 ecosystem, which is growing with high velocity and high speed. Well, thank you very much, Arthur. Thanks for being with us. Stay tuned for next episodes of the Envelop podcast. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Blockchain. BLOCK chain. Digital money, smart contracts, NFT, IDO, decentralization, transparency. So many opportunities, but so many challenges. Some financial manipulators, by their actions, confuse blockchain solutions and block their development. The idea that the blockchain should bring copyright and royalties protection to the next level is quite old, but the realizations of these ideas are not perfect at all. There is another problem of determining the value of a particular cryptocurrency or NFT. These and other problems need to be solved. Fortunately, the blockchain infrastructure is evolving. My name is Mr. E, and I represent the Envelop project. Many things have already been invented in the blockchain today. Tokens, smart contracts, platforms for creating your own coins, NFTs, exchanges for buying, selling, and exchanging all these blockchain resources. Envelop is another step in the development of crypto technologies. The protocol that works with NFT and cryptocurrencies. The idea is simple but disruptive. Let's assume you have an NFT, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Using the Envelop protocol, you can wrap the original NFT accompanied with several tokens. Technically, you get a similar NFT, but what is the breakthrough here? Once wrapped, the token has a number of additional features that were not available before. The minimal cost appears. It is provided with coins wrapped together with NFT. An asset wrapped with Envelop has a number of properties that allow the original author to receive royalties from the resale of that asset. Various rules can be applied to the wrapped token. For example, a lock period for unwrapping. It secures the asset till the determined moment or safeguards it from speculation during the hype period. At the same time, wrapped tokens can be transferred and traded. These are just some of the scenarios for using Envelop. NFTs become more popular, and the tools provided by Envelop expand the opportunities of NFTs utilization. Wide application possibilities are achieved due to the fact that, in addition to the protocol, the project includes a number of subsystems. The protocol provides functions wrapping and unwrapping. Oracle Mechanics provides asset valuation using analytical algorithms. Index provides a summary assessment of several NFT assets with the common criteria. The project has its own token, which connects all elements of the system. Altogether, this is Envelop, a tool in the blockchain world for building modern and secure systems in various fields. Find more info about the project on the website. Envelop. Make your NFT valuable. Just practical, no hype.